So Japanese pronouns, there are over 40 of them, and using the right one can be very important because they can go from very polite, like how you would talk to royalty, all the way to being very offensive, like telling someone to fuck off just by the word for you that you choose. So from most polite to most offensive, here we go. Anata is the most common and neutral way of saying you. Anata wa nani o shitai desu ka is what do you want to do. Even though anata is the most polite way of saying you, it can still sound condescending if you use it towards a superior or someone older than you, and it can even come across as kind of cold if you use it when talking to a friend. So the absolute safest thing to do when speaking Japanese is not to use a pronoun at all, but to use the person's name, like Wes wa nani o shitai desu ka, which is what does Wes want to do. However, oddly enough, anata is also used colloquially by a girl talking to a husband or a masculine lover. In this situation, it roughly translates to darling or dear. Next pronoun for you is kimi. Kimi wa karai mono ga suki is like, do you like spicy stuff? Kimi is often used towards subordinates or people younger than you, or actually affectionately also towards lovers or a close friend. I hear this often in Japan when people are talking to kids or speaking to their partner amongst friends. The next word for you is omae. This is very informal and can come across as rude if used towards elders or people you don't really know. Omae nani yatteru is like, what are you doing? But could maybe even be translated to, what the hell do you think you're doing? I mainly only hear this in Japan being used between my close friends and I, but also for some reason I hear it used very casually in anime a lot. I'm not sure exactly why this is, maybe for dramatic effect, but I would not recommend speaking how they speak in anime in day-to-day life in Japan. And a word for you that is basically strictly offensive is tenmei. I can count the amount of times I've heard this in reality in Japan, probably on one hand, and this has basically been during actual verbal confrontations when people have lost their cool. When you hear tenmei used in anime or a Japanese movie, it's often translated to you bastard. If you want to get archaic, it literally translates to the one in front of my hand. So definite fighting words. One last one that is even worse and specific to the Kansai region, I believe, is warakore. I couldn't really even find this one translated online, it's just something that my friends taught me. And it is a word for you that is apparently synonymous with telling somebody to kindly fuck off. Warakora. It's that word there. Anyway, that's all for Japanese words for you. I'll get into words for me, I, them, they, and all the rest later.